All right, to watch this video for Tuesday, December 6th, the SPY had a gap up today, closed above its open and still just hanging out near all-time highs, so we can just go ahead and trade as usual. No shock events. That's the only thing I really worry about when I build my watch list. OPTT had a really nice spike back here, came back down and really just straight sideways and really consolidating for, a couple weeks. Today gapped up, ran into the overhead 200-day and 50-day. Can't see the 50-day on this chart, but it's pretty close to that area. And closed below its open, but I want to watch it. It certainly had big volume right before the open and into the opening bell. And you know what? Kind of a strong close, so maybe this one catches a bid tomorrow. I do like the breakout from this kind of tight range. So let's keep that one on watch. NVCN, man. I would love to tell you I caught this thing today. Some people in the room were trading it. I never even considered a trade, and I was just doing other things. But what a strong close. You do have the 200-day right above. So we're just going to watch for red to green, something like that tomorrow in NVCN. SGY, I said this one was on watch today, and it goes back on watch tomorrow. I remember I said it needed to come in for a couple days, in my opinion. I still feel that way, especially now. It looks, kind of had that shooting star look. But I still want to keep it on watch because it had this huge move here for a few days. Actually called a trade in this one today. Show you exactly where. Jane from the UK gave a heads up here when it was really close. When this candle was working its way back up, the red to green idea was her idea. When I saw we had an early high and then a lower high, I called this. I liked the red to green, and I agreed with Jane. I jumped on the mic, and I said I also liked that just a 2-minute buy setup at 795. Think about it, 795, breaking this, you have a high, you have a lower high, you also have a lower and a higher low, so you have an inside 2-minute candle, great volume. So if you break this 2-minute candle's high, you look to the left, just a few pennies above gets you that free advertising on the new high of day ticker, and it's also where everyone who jumped in short here, it says, whoops, I'm in trouble, right? And you got a really nice move all the way to 880. So I did get long on this one. I made like $1,700 on this thing in not that long of a period. So it's a good way to start my day, and I'm going to keep it on watch again. This is a good trader, but like I said, needs to come in, so I'm not that anxious. But if oil just takes off or something, that'll be one to go to. ZTO was on bounce watch today. No trades in it today. Just another day on watch, right? Another red day. It's getting pretty darn oversold here and overdue for a bounce, so I do like this one potentially, right? SCON, after the huge move and then a pullback and then a nice secondary move and then another pullback and then a gap up on news. A few days lower, a little bit of a bottoming tail today. Definitely goes back on bounce watch tomorrow. No trades in it today, even though it was on watch. URRE, no trades in that one, but I do like it over today's high, over $1.40. This one might start heading back up, so let's keep URRE on watch. LEI is just one of those low-priced oil plays. I want to say low float, but I'm going to look it up real quick. I've got 7.5 million according to finviz.com. You had this nice spike here, then you've got a lower high here, a 3-day pullback, right into the 20-day. It's very clean setup, so I want to watch this for a potential bounce or a head back up tomorrow. LEI is in the independent oil and gas field. And if you I'm going to show you a few charts real quick here. BCEI, nice little breakout lately, right? That's another low-priced oil and gas one. ORIG. Actually, ORIG is on my watch list because it is interesting over this high. You had a high of $1.90 here, $1.88, and then again today $1.89. So up into the $1.90s, this one might rip. So that one's actually on watch. I was going to show you LGCY, also another strong, low-priced independent oil and gas play. So when you see these moving, and you know that we had LEI the other day, had a decent pop. Now you've got a 3-day pullback. It's a pretty good candidate. Especially if the low-priced oil ones get moving again. Speaking of those, this is an obscure play, but GBR used to cut loose pretty well back here, here, and here. And then you had a nice pop here, and it's really consolidating. So, again, if that space goes, if your LEIs, your BCEI, ORIG, LGCY, if those are all running, and this one hasn't yet, I really do like GBR over like maybe 250. This one could take off. It's a nice low-float one. And I already talked about ORIG. And lastly, I have PACD, which I actually really like this chart. I believe that's also, oil and gas drilling and exploration is the space it's in. I really like this. You had a pop back here to 460, a lower high, right? Higher lows, and it's really coiling. So you can kind of picture a little flag pattern right here. I like this over this area, maybe over 450. It needs to get, after that, it needs to get through this 460 high right here. It did, again, I like to look at the daily chart when I'm considering trades, and I like to say to myself, did this stock ever just break free and go crazy? And you can see back here, it did, and it did again here. That's an important element for me because, you know, there's other charts out there that just almost never move at all, and to me, those aren't interesting at all. So this one looks coiled and ready to break free, so I do like this one. Maybe the most handsome chart of all of them I just showed you. All right, we'll work together to build a list of potential gap plays in the morning in addition to these. Enjoy the rest of your night, guys, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.